covered the mixed doubles match, that Wang had a 7-love lead over Tan and Lai before today. Well, Intanon's advantage in the head-to-head over Ongbamrungphan is even bigger. 11-love it is. She has never beaten her fellow countrywoman, Ongbamrungphan, in 11 previous attempts, and that goes back a long, long way. In 2013 they met for the first time. Here are the two groups. Top two go through from each, as mentioned. Herbing Zhao won earlier. That was across on court 2. So she's kind of laid a marker down early in this group.
Court 1, women's single.
And the officials
Group
now
B.
making their way on to
Ratchanok
court
Intanon
number
from
1.
Thailand.
Intanon is first out. Hugely popular here, of course, in Bangkok. So she will undeniably be pretty confident of a victory with the record that she has over her opponent today, ranked 3 places higher as well on the official world rankings.
Versus Busanan Ongbamrungphan from Thailand.
Just a year younger than her opponent today, Ongbamrungphan. They've been around for longer than you think. First met in 2013, as I mentioned, when they were juniors. Actually, Ongbamrungphan won the World Junior Championship bronze in 2013. Intanon was a 3-time World Junior Champion, winning it at 14 years of age for the first time. That's how much of a prodigy she was. And there's the proof of it, 11-love. That last meeting at the Japan Open, 22-20, 22-17. Just took 46 minutes. It was in the round of 32. In fact, of the previous 11 meetings, only 2 of them have gone to 3 games, which does not bode well for Ongbamrungphan, does it, Steve?
No, it doesn't, but she won the coin toss, and that was important, I think.
It's a start. Get
it's
the
an
advantage.
Important start here.
Yeah, get the advantage. We've mentioned how big a factor the drift is. Not sure if you saw it this morning, and I don't think we can blame the drift for this. In the first game, when the umpire tossed the coin actually went off the court. And I don't think that was to do with the drift.
It's bad umpire skills.
So, Ratchanok Intanon, she's 27 now, 7th in the world. She has been up, of course, at number 1. She is a former world champion, won that at just 18 years of age in 2013. Only title this year was the Malaysian Open, that was in July. And she beat Chen Yufei in the final in 3 games. And then she lost to her in the final of the Indonesian Masters. Got to the semis 4 times in World Tour finals, never made the final. Ongbamrungphan is just a year younger than Intanon. That 10th place ranking is her best. 7 career titles, including the Indian Open this season, the Super 500. That was way back in January, though. She did get to the Swiss Open final in March, lost to PV Sindhu. But a really big ask for her today against a woman that as mentioned, has always had the upper hand over her.
Red to play.
Man in charge of this one is Fabio Lopez. He's from Brazil. And another Fabio Betto of Italy, is in the service judges' chair.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Busanan Ongbamrungphan, Thailand. And on my left, Ratchanok Intanon, Thailand. Ratchanok Intanon to serve, love all, play.
So here we go. Our first women's singles of the day on court 1. Intanon serving, and serving long.
Serves over, 1 long. Serves over, 1 all.
Let's just recap the drift right now, coming from Busanan towards Ratchanok, and that means that Busanan is having trouble playing the back court of Ratchanok Intanon with confidence. Pretty much has to attack the front court or give away the initiative if she plays to the back court, and it's difficult to get the right length. Anyway.
Well, she started confidently, Intanon.
5-1.
Nearly, but it's at the moment it's basically Ongbamrungphan on the defensive almost every rally.
Yeah, she's going to be. Ratchanok, she's got such great racket skills that even though she's put under pressure by a lot of opponents, then her racket skills very often gets her out of that pressure on the very first shot under pressure.
Yeah, fluidity of movement as well. Ratchanok Intanon.
I think if she were to be challenging for the biggest titles again, another World Championship, Olympic medal, semi-finals, or rather finals at the World Tour finals, then if she could improve her defensive movement, that would be really important. If she could survive 3-4 shots longer when she plays opponent that actually can put her under pressure, that would be highly valuable. Now this first game here, she's going to win that easily. I predict, safe prediction, when she's up to 8-2. But I think she might be able to control the second game as well because of her racket skills, but that's yet to be seen.
Well, at the moment, it's something of an exhibition. And you mentioned, you know, potentially, Steen, about Intanon maybe winning another world title or Olympic medal. I mean, she's not too old. She's only 27. Because she started so young and was so successful so young, you kind of sometimes think she's older than she is.
Yeah.
Our fellow commentator Jill Clark famously described Intanon as balletic, and I still think that's the best description, because it looks sometimes like she almost floats around the court.
When she's in control, I totally agree. But there's some players that she's got difficulties playing. One of them is Chen Yufei, because Chen Yufei gets a lot back and eventually is able to challenge Ratchanok on her movement.
Well, run of points for Ongbamrungphan here. Being challenged, I'm not sure this will actually change the original decision, but we'll see.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge remaining. 6-9. Play.
Well, that's 3 sloppy points in a row.
9.
And I mean, here she can get away with it, but in a semi-final or a final, she won't be able to get away with it. And I mean, it's not like I can't understand it. I just think that this is what needs to go. The other players need to learn that there is no easy point when you're playing Ratchanok Intanon, and I feel that that's one of the changes that we've seen in men's singles with Victor Axelsen. It's not like he's winning all his matches or anything. He can be put under pressure as well. But when he's playing well, the opponents know that there's no free points. If you score no more than 3 and 4 points yourself, you're going to lose 21-3, 21-4.
Yeah. So a 4-point advantage for Intanon at the mid-game break. Might have been more than that.
And interesting that there's coaching here between the two ties.
Yeah, yeah.
Only taken one title, Busanan, this week here, because she was named as best female dresser at the gala dinner.
So just a glimmer for Ongbamrungphan after what looked like it was going to be a nigh on unassailable lead. It's become just a healthy one. That's hit the line though.
Yeah, but I somehow think that the figures are misleading, because she hasn't scored 7 points. Ratchanok has gifted 3 to her, so she's scored maximum 4. Very solid on the women's singles side, Thailand. As Pompey Chuchawong is also high on the ranking, but not high enough on the Race to World Tour Finals ranking. So only 2 players allowed per nation. Oi, that's a pity.
Service over. 8.
It is true. It's like watching an exhibition show match from Ratchanok's side.
I mean, at the moment, it's either an Intanon winner or an Intanon error.
Yes, exactly.
That ends the rally, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's another error.
9-14.
It's almost like Ongbamrungphan there's like an interloper.
So disguised that even though, of course, they know each other, these two, she had no idea where it was coming. Busanan. We have to remember she's playing the difficult side.
Yeah. Well, it's an inevitability now that Intanon is going to take this opening game. There's something quite extraordinary happens. The more interesting part, I suspect, will be what happens in the second game when Ongbamrungphan has the drift advantage.
Over. 10, 17. Service over. 18, 10.
We've got some youngsters coming up as well. Thailand, Ratchanok Intanon, one of them, and Kunavut Vitisan's kid sister recently
Thank you.
have done well. And there's the coach of Busanan.
Service over. 11, 18.
A couple of years ago, I think I criticised Ratchanok for not being efficient enough. Sometimes when you have the possibility of playing 6, 7 different shots in a position, you tend to use all these different shots. Sometimes just put it away, just smash as hard as you can.
Yeah, some unnecessary showboating at times.
12, 18.
And again here, I mean, I don't think she's in any great danger of losing this opening game, but
No.
just maybe not being as clinical as others would be in the same situation.
Service over. 19, 12.
So just a couple more points needed for Intanon to close out this opening game.
Service over. 13, 19. Play.
And the reason that we have the third same nation match on here on day one is that that's a rule that if you're in a group, 2 players or 2 pairs from the same nation, you have to play each other on the first day of a
14,
competition.
19.
For those of you wondering who don't know, you can't have more than 2 from each country in each discipline.
Foul.
It's one of the better shots, and it brings up 6 game points.
Service over. 20. Game point. 14. over. 15-20.
That's a beautiful little shot. So 21-15, and what had seemed inevitable from very early in the opening game took, in the end, 19 minutes to come to fruition. But a beautiful little touch shot from Intanon, and she leads her fellow countrywoman by 1 game to love on the first day here at the World Tour Finals.
Second game, love of play.
So Ongbamrungphan playing catch up. Can she find a way get herself back into this match, having dropped the opening game, and actually 21-15, if anything, probably slightly flattered Busanan Ongbamrungphan, because Intanon threw in a clutch load of unforced errors as well as a steady stream of winners. Things can change though. First point of this game was a net cord. Second point, Intanon should have won, instead of which she's 2-love down. That's long though.
Set over. 1-2.
I do wonder what Ongbamrungphan's thinking at the moment, Steen. I mean,
yeah.
Is she actually thinking, I don't think that I'm good enough to go toe-to-toe, shot for shot with Ratchanok Intanon, so try and extend the rallies and wait for an error? I don't know what the tactics would be.
Yeah, it's quite possibly so, because now, I mean, she has a bit of an easier task playing the backcourt of Ratchanok's side, and thus playing it a little bit patient. But I was thinking about it when the coaches were speaking. I was thinking, what do I think they're saying? Because I mean, yeah, I would like to be a little bit critical of both sides here and say, okay, what is it that that your players have improved over the year? What are they doing better than last year this time? Because otherwise it's just tactical advice and sequences of shots that if you play first there and then there, then you're on top of your game. But where is it that you improve your key skills, your mentality, your toughness, your physical conditions, your speed, and your technical skills, and so on. I mean, for Ratchanok, it's difficult to better her technical skills, but there's some small details. So where's the progression? Where is the hunt for number one? That's what I would like to challenge at least the coaches of these two women.
This might sound like a ridiculous question, Steve, but I have wondered on occasion, when you look at Ratchanok Intanon's career, whether maybe it didn't do her a massive amount of good to win the World Championships so young.
Yeah, I had the same thought 5 minutes ago. But on the other hand, other players go through their whole career
sure.
without getting it.
Sure.
And I thought about the Olympics, where she had a rather big opportunity in 12. I think she was 16-9 up against Wang Xin. I might be mistaken about that one, but ended up losing. And well, in 16, Marin was steamrolling a lot of her opponents. I don't think Ratchanok lost to her. She might have lost to Sindhu or someone. And here in Tokyo 2021, I saw when she lost to Tai Su Ying that was something that really hurt her, because I felt that she thinks that probably might have been her last chance, but there's only 2 years till Paris.
Yeah, she'll even be 30.
So she could easily be the favorite to win in Paris, but she needs to do something different than what she's done for the last 6-7 years.
6-4.
So an early advantage for Intanon in this second game. That's basically followed exactly the same pattern as the first. Several winners, a couple of errors.
Steps over. 5-6.
Not something that Ongbamrungphan can afford to do very often, that.
7-5. Out. 8-5. Oh. 9-5.
Got a tough match tomorrow. Ratchanok Intanon, she's last on court one against He Bingzhou, who won earlier today against Tai Su Ying.
Busanan Ongbamrungphan challenge call in.
So another job for Hawkeye here. It's called in. Finally, we see a good challenge.
Correction out.
First one of the day in match number 5. Still think that's a
6,
testament to the
9.
excellence of the line judges.
Play.
How could a player that good miss a shot like that? That's the story, isn't it?
But that happens. It's difficult when it comes down vertically. Timing is difficult, especially in the first round in any tournament. It's more the other misses. And I can't remember when I've seen Busanan floor a shot against Ratchanok. It's been Ratchanok's mistakes.
No winners, I don't think.
No, very few. And that's what I mean. If you, I mean, they played each other 11 times, and the pattern, I'm certain, has been more or less the same. Then why not try and become more controlling in your shots? Why not try to develop your technical skills, or if you're Busanan, and that's where I feel like this. Where have you become better over the last year? I think that's always a good question to ask. Also to yourself, to myself.
So it's only 29 minutes in there, halfway through their 1 minute mid-game interval, and Intanon with a 4-point lead and looking good to cruise to a victory on day one here. As mentioned, it's going to be difficult for her tomorrow against Herbing Zhao. And worth watching that match. I do think sometimes watching Intanon's thing, that when she plays better opponents than, with all due respect, better opponents than Ongbamrungphan, she does tend to make fewer errors generally, because there's more pressure mentally on it. It's a bigger match.
Yes, I agree. I just feel that the sort of
play.
the habit of playing like this when things are going well, you sort of bring it on to the next matches, and you know that there's always a chance that Ratchanok is going to make 3-4 unforced errors, so you're never really out of it, and that just brings hope to a lot of players.
But I'm not sure what it is. I'm not sure if it's concentration or
maybe it's unawareness of that it has an effect in other matches as well.
Yeah.
That you can't just switch to being completely efficient when you've been rather inefficient compared to your skill level. Because I agree, she raises her game when she's playing stronger opponents. There's no doubt about it. Oi, that's a looked like a wrong call there.
Hawkeye getting some gainful employment at the moment. Let's see what it makes of this one. Clip the line.
Yeah.
Correction in. Service over. 10.
I actually thought it was much more inside the line, so it wasn't like I could spot that little clip of the line from our commentary position here.
And every time her opponent pulls within 2 or 3 points, she finds something like this.
Yeah.
10.
You've got to have some sympathy for Ongbamrungphan. She was just basically like a duck in one of those shooting arcades.
10.
Shots raining down on her from all angles, and eventually pressure had to tell.
Threaded down the line.
It's not going to get any easier for Ongbamrungphan up against Tai Su Ying tomorrow and He Ping Zhao on Friday.
Yeah, she's got an even worse record, I think, against Tai Su Ying, as far as I can recall. I don't think she's been beyond the group stage either in her previous appearances at the World Tour Finals, Busanan.
Well, that was one of the few times that at one stage in the rally, Intanon actually had to work because Ongbamrungphan was attacking, and in the end she turned the whole momentum of the rally around and won the point anyway.
Yeah. Challenge from Ratchanok.
Challenge all out.
Well, she may as well, nothing to lose really when you're 18-11 up. Give yourself a little bit of a rest. Ask Corkai to have a look. I don't think she's going to be unduly concerned by not winning that challenge.
One challenge remaining. Sets over 12-18. Play.
So
13-18.
I thought they would keep those shuttle dispensers they had during the COVID thing, but
yeah, some have. I think was it in France or Saarbrücken? They were still there.
Service over. 19.
So just a couple of points required now by Intanon to confirm the victory, and a pretty bloodless one at that.
Landed in.
So 7 match points
Match point.
for
13.
Intanon. And there has been something low-key about this match. It just seemed from the start there was a complete inevitability about the result. It's either been an Intanon winner or an Intanon error, and we finish with a winner, and that's the appropriate way for Ratchanok Intanon to confirm the victory. 21-13 in the second game, and just 40 minutes on court in total in that battle of
Match
the two
won by
ties.
Ratchanok Intanon. 21.
Clearly for Intanon there'll be tougher tests ahead,
13.
and for Ongbamrungphan much tougher ones. But that game, or that match tomorrow, Bing Zhao versus Intanon, should be an absolute cracker. Final trot. Another almost effortless winner. She did play some wonderful shots in that match. Few errors as well, but she wins comfortably. 21-15, 21-13 in 40 minutes on court. We're going to keep the emphasis on the women. Got a cracker coming up in just a couple of minutes. Yamaguchi against An Se-young, and you'll be in the company of Jill Clark for that one. Stay with us.
Welcome back to Bangkok on day one of competition here at the HSBC BWF World Tour Finals. What a match we've got coming up. We've got the defending champion, An Se-young, up against the reigning world champion, Akane Yamaguchi. this is a Group A encounter. And here we can see the